Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you, my dear students of grade 5? I hope you all will be fine. Here's your teacher, Mrs. Nala, with a new lesson. Today we are going to study patterns of change. This is lesson number 3 from unit 3. You will find this lesson on page number 194. It is an expository text in which you will find a lot of information about different structures of Earth. Let's start the reading on page number 195. The whole lesson has been divided into different categories. Each category has been given a proper headline. The first headline is rock solid. Solid as a rock is a saying often used to describe something that is reliable, that doesn't change, but in fact rocks do change. The effects of water, wind, and temperature over long periods of time slowly transform one type of rock into another type of rock. These same forces also shape awe-inspiring landscapes and sketch designs on rock. Nature's patterns are visible in some rocks as well as pebbles and in wonders as vast as the Grand Canyon. The photograph across these pages shows one example of nature's art. This structure of rock, known as the wave formation, is made of sandstone. It is sand turned to rock over a long period of time. Next headline is Igneous Rocks. Igneous rocks are one type of rock. They are formed from hot liquid rock called magma. Magma exists far below the Earth's surface, but it sometimes escapes to the surface through cracks, such as the mouths of volcanoes. Then we call it lava. This molten rock or lava is composed of minerals. As the minerals slowly cool, they form crystals. Eventually, the once fiery liquid hardens into a solid substance. There are many kinds of igneous rock. Their textures and colors come from their crystallized minerals. You may be familiar with granite, which feels rough and comes in many colors. Another variety of igneous rock is obsidian, which is smooth and often black. Now here it is, page number 196. The title of this passage is Sedimentary Rocks. Igneous rocks do not stay the same forever. Water and wind erode them, carrying away particles of broken rock and depositing them elsewhere. These particles may be left on a beach or riverbank, in a desert or the sea. Gradually, the particles collect in layers. The contact between the particles and the weight of the layers squeeze out any pockets of moisture. Gradually, the particles collect in layers. The contact between the particles and the weight of the layers squeeze out any pockets of moisture or air. Pressed together, the particles form a new material called sedimentary rock. It is formed from many different sorts of sediment. It can include rocks and sand, as well as biological matter such as plants, bones, and shells. Just as there are different kinds of igneous rock, there are different kinds of sedimentary rock. Sandstone is formed from sand. Limestone is composed of bones and shells. The next headline is, my dear students, rock formations. Over time, a layer can be created entirely of one kind of sedimentary rock. Geologists who study rocks call a layer made of the same material and at about the same time a stratum. Another stratum of a different kind can be deposited on top of the first one. The plural for stratum is strata. Many strata of different kinds of rock can accumulate. Each one will press down on those that came before it. Scientists learn a lot by studying the chronology of layers. The oldest layer will be at the bottom, the youngest at the top. These layers of sedimentary rock can create dazzling patterns. Each layer will have its own texture and colors. Moreover, water and wind will continue to do their work. This is the last page of our lesson. It starts with the headline, The Rock Cycle. Still, rocks continue to change. There is a third type of rock below the Earth's surface called the metamorphic rock. These rocks are pressed down upon the layers of rock above them. At the same time, they are heated by the magma beneath them. Eventually, the heat will cause some metamorphic rock to melt and become magma. As the magma slowly cools, it will turn back into igneous rock. The repetition of this process is called the rock cycle. The rock cycle is a pattern of change that repeats and continues. It transforms liquid rock into a solid substance. It builds cliffs from sand and bones, and it returns rock to liquid form. My dear students, it is a very informative lesson in which you will find a lot of new information related to the structures of Earth. I hope you will have studied it very well. See you next time with a new lesson. Till then, bye bye.